Hey guys!
Hello!
On this channel we do a lot of DIY-ish videos and financial videos, but we rarely connect the dots. When is it worth doing yourself, and when is it worth hiring a professional?
There's a subjective side to this debate, which is, how much is my time worth? But we will save that for next week. Today we just want to look at the hard numbers.
Who are the tradesmen that charge the most? Which are the DIY projects which have the lowest barrier of entry? And then, where do those two things overlap? First, let's look at the trades. We used Angie's List, Craigslist, HomeWise, and Cost Helper to kind of get ballpark figures for all of these services.
Painters come in at the cheapest per hour if you're looking for a basic interior painting.
I used to be very jealous of painters because they had such a steady hand when they were cutting in edges. But now I have enough practice, I can do edges like a pro, no tape at all. I think I had a very smug face on that one.
Next is your general handyman service. This category had the highest variation in cost per hour.
You could get lucky and snag a great handyman on Craigslist for 25 bucks an hour, or you could call the big service pro type companies and pay 150 per hour. Moving along, we see more specialized labor, a carpenter that might frame a wall or install crown molding, and flooring guys vary depending on the material.
We've separated car maintenance and car repair into two categories.
And we'll finish up with plumbers who charge an average of $105 per hour. Like we said, if you're a savvy shopper, I'm sure you could get a better deal than that, but this is what you would pay if you're the type of person that says just call the guy and have him come fix it.
Now let's look at a few projects that we think are doable for most beginners in order from easiest to hardest.
Number one, paint. Anybody can paint a room. It just takes more patience than experience, which I guess is a skill in itself. They say that paint is 90% prep work, and I think that's a bit of an exaggeration, but I wouldn't disagree to say it's more than half of the work.
Number two, unclog a drain. Skip the Drano, buy a plumbing snake, and save yourself a fortune.
Remember, plumbers are not only one of the most expensive tradesmen per hour, but they also have minimum service calls, so even if they only spend 15 minutes unclogging your toilet or drain, they're gonna charge you for 2 hours.
Number three, basic car maintenance.
Mechanics charge $90 an hour, but that's for repairs. If you're just going in for an oil change, they're gonna tack on little fees here and there to do miscellaneous things for your car. Say for example, you need a new air filter. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. They're probably gonna charge you $30 and the filter's only gonna cost them $4 or $5. That means they're charging you $25 to install something that takes them at the very most, I swear to you, 15 seconds, with no tools required. That's a whopping $7,000 per hour for that 15 seconds of work.
Number four, simple home repairs.
This category can be difficult to nail down, but things like fixing a hole in the drywall or maybe fixing a loose railing on the deck can be cheap or even free to fix. Number five, flooring. Engineered flooring is a great place for beginners to start. That's the laminate flooring that's kind of just snaps together, it floats, there's no glue or nails. You're gonna have to invest in a few power tools, but those are likely to last you a lifetime anyways.
Number six, car repair. Car maintenance is pretty straightforward. Car repair, on the other hand, takes troubleshooting skills.
In my opinion, learning how to diagnose a problem is more valuable than any other specific skill. And that's why we recommend other people learn to repair their own cars. Not because you can't afford to pay someone else, but because you'll learn to recognize problems before they happen, and you'll know when a mechanic might be ripping you off should you choose to take it to go get fixed. Brakes, suspension, cooling system, starter, sensors, those are all things I think any DIYer could tackle.
All right, where does that leave us? On the left, we have our trades. On the right, our projects. Let's rearrange them in order of most profitable, taking into account time invested and the frequency you'll use the skill.
We think basic plumbing repairs are a good place for any DIYer to start, whether it's a clogged drain or a leaky toilet. Car maintenance like fluids, filters, and wipers are all things you can do yourself. Simple home repairs are the next step up, followed by car repairs, which take a little bit more skill. Painting and flooring are definitely easier, but you're not going to use them as frequently, so they're not on the top of our list. So there you have it. If you have no DIY skills whatsoever, we think this list would be a good place to start. Of course, if you have interest in a particular trade or hobby, you should definitely spend your time there, because if you enjoy the work, then you'll learn a lot faster and you'll save a lot more money.
We hope you guys enjoyed, and we would love to hear your experience as a beginner with any of these projects.
Did we put them in the right order? Did we leave any out? Let us know in the comments below. Bye guys.
Bye.